anything different about me? I have blue hair. Yep, that's right. I dyed my hair blue. It was kind of a fail. It was very bright and pretty when I first did it. I'll put a picture up here. It washed out very quick. It is semi-permanent dye, so it makes sense, but it washed out extremely quick. If you guys watched my videos at the very beginning of my channel, which was about like 2 months ago, my hair was red. It was fading by the time I started my channel. I dyed it with the same dye that I dyed this blue. It's a Colorista semi-permanent hair dye. And my red ended up staying for like 2 months, like before it started washing out. And this lasted a week. Before the dye started washing out, I decided for this video I was going to do a hairstyles video because I was like, oh, I have new color hair, I'll do a hairstyle video. So we're still gonna stick with that idea, and I'm going to show you just a couple quick, simple hairstyles that like I wear to school and like that are pretty simple that mostly anyone could do, even if you're not good like with braiding and doing certain hairstyles. So let's get on with the hairstyles. Just ignore my hair right now. It's a little puffy. I just got out of the shower and I blow dried it. So this is what happens to my hair when I blow dry it. It gets kind of puffy. So the first one is probably the simplest one that is going to be on this list. It is seriously just a side braid. Before I start any of these hairstyles, I'm gonna put in Silk Therapy in my hair because my hair is very poofy right now, so I'm just gonna put it in one time before all my hairstyles. You just rub it in between your fingers and then just run it through your hair, and this makes your hair a little smoother, and it like dies down flyaways, and it makes your hair silkier, and it makes it less poofy. So you seriously just need, it's not coming out, you seriously just need the tiniest bit. You don't want to use this too much though, like on your roots, because you don't want it to make your hair look like oily and greasy. This can also be used on skin for super dry skin, so that's cool too. So starting off with the hairstyle, I always part my hair to the side. I never do like a straight part. So if you do have a straight part, you can either part it to the side or just pick a side to put the braid on. So pretty much what I do is I just take all my hair to one side. I take my hair to the side of my hair that has like the most amount of hair, the opposite side that my part is on. I always take my hair and I do a tight braid all the way down. So you pretty much just do a tight braid. If you don't know how to do a braid, you seriously just split your hair into 3 sections and just cross the sides over the middle. And you just keep doing that. And once I get down to as far as I can, like without one of the sections being too small, I just tie it off. I have this really tight braid. I don't like the tight braid, like the slick back hair look. I like mostly like messy. So I will pull out the braid and make it like puffy. So you pretty much just pull the strands apart and make it puffy. And then I will pull this out, like the hair on the top, so it's not like slick back. And then you can pull out like baby hairs if you want. This one already naturally came out because I had bangs that haven't fully grown out yet. And then this is pretty much just the final thing. It's just like a loose side ponytail. It's very like natural and it's super easy and pretty much anyone can do this. So this next hairstyle is going to be a little bit more difficult than the last one, but if you know how to French braid or Dutch braid, this should be pretty easy for you. So once again, this can work for a side part or a middle part, so either one of those is. So I'm gonna start off with tying one side of my hair just so it's like out of the way, and I'm gonna start on the other side. Now for this, all you're going to do is take a section of your hair and split it into 2 sections. And then you're gonna pick one side, it doesn't matter what side you start with, and twist it over the other one. And you're just gonna keep grabbing hair from one side and then twisting it over. I usually take the hair from the side of my face, like that's closer to my face. So you're just gonna keep doing that until you get down to like where you can't grab any more hair. Okay, so once you get down to where you can't grab any more hair, this is what it should look like. It should just be like a twisty like braid. You can either end it here and tie it off at your ear and have pigtails, or you can do what I'm going to do and just keep going down, just twisting them around all the way down as far as you can. Once you get down to the bottom, you're going to want to tie it. This is going to make the bottom and the top, like all of it, super loose because you're no longer going to be pulling on it. So as soon as you let go, it's going to unravel and make it like super loose. I like this because it's like big and puffy, and like I said in the last hairstyle, I don't like the slick back hairstyle look. This is what it should look like. It will seriously just be the same thing, just a little bit more puffier. So you're gonna want to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. So once you get down to the bottom, you're just going to want to tie it off again like you did the other one. So my hair's coming. And then once you tie it, once again, it's gonna loosen up. You don't really have to pull this one apart like you did the other one. This one will loosen up on its own. It would probably be more suggested that you use like clear rubber bands or black. I just used pink because these were the two same color rubber bands that I had. But this is what the hairstyle looks like. And you're gonna find this out when I take this out, but if you leave these in like all night, these will give you super pretty curls. So if you wear this to school, by the end of the day, if you take it out, there will be super pretty curls. There's probably already gonna be curls in my hair, even though they've only been in for like 5 minutes. So taking these out, you can already see like how the curls would form if you did leave these in all night. I've done that before. You pretty much just like have your hair wet, like out of the shower, and then just wear these to bed, and then you wake up in the morning and your hair is like super pretty and curly. So the next hairstyle is one that I wear around my house all the time. It's kind of like a bummy kind of look with a bun. I've wanted to learn how to do this bun for so long. I never knew how to do it. I'd watch countless YouTube videos on them and I could never get it until one day I just like did it and it actually worked. So for this hairstyle, you're pretty much just going to want to bring all your hair back, and you're gonna want to go to put it in a ponytail. Once you're about to put it in a ponytail, you might want to make sure there's no bumps, but this is supposed to be a messy bun, so it doesn't really matter. But you're gonna go to put your hair in a ponytail, and you're gonna wrap it around 2 times normally. And then when you go to wrap it around the next time, you're just going to stop right there. Now that you look kind of retarded and you have this thing of hair back, now you're gonna wanna loosen up the ponytail so that when you do make the bun, it's very like loose and messy. Doing is taking the hair back here and just twisting it lightly so it's like all together, and wrap it around the bun at the bottom. Just wrap it all the way around, and then you're gonna want to bobby pin it. Now that you've bobby pinned it down, you're gonna want to take 2 more bobby pins, and the first one, you're gonna take one side of your little fan bun and pin it down, and then for the other one, you're gonna want to take the other side of your fan bun and pin it down. Well, this is how I finally figured out how to do this fan bun. I wear this to bed all the time. I wear this just like around house. It's kind of like a bummy kind of bun, and I think it's very cute. So for the final hairstyle, this one can be made into a couple different hairstyles depending on how you want to style it. So once again, you're basically just going to want to brush all your hair back. To take a rubber band and just take the top section of your hair, and you're just going to put that into a ponytail. Once again, I will just pull this apart, take out some of my baby hairs, and I wear this all the time if my hair is oily, so it kind of hides that. So the next way that you can style this is by taking a little tiny section of hair from the ponytail. Now you can either braid this or you can pretty much do anything with this section of hair. I'm just going to wrap it around just to give you the effect, but you will just take this hair and wrap it around the rubber band, and it kind of gives it more of a classy look. It hides the rubber band. And once you've wrapped it around enough to cover the rubber band, you don't really have to wrap the whole thing around. You're just gonna bobby pin it back. The rest of the hair will just flow back in with the hair that's down, so you won't even be able to tell. And this just kind of hides the ponytail, and it makes it more like of a classy look. The last way that you can style this, I took out the little hair that was wrapped around the thing, and then you can just take the whole section of hair that you took up into the ponytail and wrap it around. And then you can either use another rubber band or bobby pins or both. And wrap it around and make it a little bun, and then you'd want to bobby pin it down and pull it apart. And then now it's a half up, half down bun. Those were the hairstyles I had for you guys today. Obviously none of those involved heat, so these can be heatless hairstyles, but some like the half up, half down ponytail and bun, those can be added heat to, like you could curl the rest of your hair that's down or straighten it. You can pretty much just add your little twist into these hairstyles, add in like pins and stuff and little barrettes, anything you would want. Yeah, if you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you want me to do any more hairstyles, and you guys can give me some ideas and I will try to do that for you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.